Hello everyone, welcome back to the vlog. My name is Tom Brocious and I'm super excited about this video because it's the first one that is 100% brought about based on conversations with you guys. You all got to watch what I had to say and then bring your thoughts, your concerns, and further comments to me, and I had to think it through, and it brought about a whole video that I did not have planned and I might not have even thought was important to start this early. But I think you're right, and I'm going to bring it to you. And that makes me excited because that's what I want to have happen. I want a collaborative discussion between you and me, and I hope we're all learning together. And as long as this organic process is happening, I don't care how many people watch these videos. It only matters that I get into conversations with you guys. Now, I want you to know this conversation might get controversial and some people may not like it, at least at first. I'm asking you to watch it all the way to the end because I think I can win you over. And if I can't, I need to know why. I need to know why you disagree with me, and I'm totally open to correction. I'm even open to public correction. I like that. I'm not here to be right. We're all here to learn. Now let's start the video. All right, in a previous video, I said that God or the universe could intervene in your life. And that really caught several people's attention and set alarm bells off. And they started to wonder if I was validating other religions or worldviews outside of Christianity. And they thought, you have all these videos up. Why are you squandering this golden opportunity to share the gospel? And it really landed with me and it resonated with me, and I think it deserves its own video because those concerns are valid, and I just want to address them and say that that observation is at least partially right. You see, I am validating other religions and other worldviews. At least I'm validating the experiences of people who are members of those worldviews, and I'm allowing them to interpret their own experiences of their own accord and welcoming them into this discussion. I'm 100% doing that, but I don't think that I'm squandering this golden opportunity to share the gospel, because the people who are Christians that watch this video already have a Sunday morning church service, and the people who aren't are not looking to me to provide them a Sunday morning church service. What they're looking for is conversation. They like talking about spiritual things. Hopefully you like talking about spiritual things, and I'm looking to create an environment where everybody can come together and everybody can discuss these things without having something shoved down their throats. I promise you, almost everybody who's watching these videos has heard the gospel message at some point in their life, probably many times, in many uncomfortable memories of their life that they wish they could have avoided. And if we start doing that to them here, it will absolutely nosedive this vlog in a heartbeat because they won't be here to help work with us. And I think it's important that we keep them. All right, I just want to go ahead and reaffirm to you that I'm a born-again Christian and that I believe in the gospel. I believe in the power of the gospel. I believe that Jesus was born of the Virgin Mary, was crucified, died, and was buried, and was raised to the right hand of the Father so that everybody could come into a relationship with God, and that everybody needs to hear that message. I just don't believe that people need that message shoved down their throat constantly, because if that was going to solve the problem, it would have already. It just doesn't work. It won't work anymore. The world is different. America is much different than it was 25 years ago. Maybe 30 years ago, we were worried that Christians seemed too stuffy. We weren't as cool as the people who went to Motley Crue concerts. But that's not what is going on today. The world's growing more and more diverse. Other religions are getting more powerful. They're getting more growth and more people. Forms of morality from atheists are growing, and they're going to rival Christianity at some point. And people aren't going to automatically assume that there's a God, that God is good, and that Christian morality is all that's there anymore. It just doesn't work like that. Bible literacy is shrinking with every generation. Less and less people know the stories of the Bible or know how they fit together into the great story of the Bible. And those who do are frequently repelled by the church. They grew up in churches that were super law-based and shame-based. They grew up in churches that were political or anti-science. And some of them on the left grew up in churches that don't even believe that Jesus was actually resurrected from the dead. You know, these people are getting weakened versions of the faith. And those weakened versions of the faith are then rejected, and they function like a vaccine, you know, where you get a weakened version of the virus so that your immune system kills it. And when you get the real thing, you throw it out. That's exactly what's happened with so many people with Christianity. If you're finding that you're a little bit uneasy at getting to know people with different backgrounds and different thought systems, and you're a little bit hesitant about sharing your country with them, I think it's important that we do some self-examination and asking ourselves whether or not we believe our faith is really real, whether it's true. Do you believe that your faith is true? Do you believe it will stand up to scrutiny? Are you willing to face the doubts that you have in your faith? Do you have doubts? If you do have doubts and you're nervous of facing them, I think you have to push into them with the recognition that they could carry you away from this. If you don't face your doubts, then you don't even really believe what you have, what you're standing on. And why are you living a life based on a faulty foundation that you don't even necessarily trust? Why are you giving the small life you have to that? But if you do face it and you do see that it's reliable, maybe it changes some things up, but you realize, like a lot of us have, that your faith is still very much able to withstand scrutiny, it sets you at peace so that you can live around other people, so that you can share the world with other people and live in their midst. You know, once you realize that the gospel is the real deal, you don't have to shove it down people's faces. You don't have to rely on coercion, manipulation, and gimmicks to force it on people. And you don't have to silence them. You just are free to live it out yourself among them. And I think that is the key. That is the linchpin. Once you can get that, then you have the foundation to be able to live in a multi-faith society and participate in a multi-faith blog, video blog, vlog, you know. So once we have that foundation and we've committed ourselves to building that foundation at least, I think it frees us up to just being ourselves with people and having the appropriate boundaries. And those boundaries come out when I think we commit to these four things. Like, we commit to learning from one another, learning to coexist with one another, agreeing that we may not ultimately persuade one another, and 4, saying that even if we don't persuade one another, that we can build a community together that shows us collaborating back and forth, and it is absolutely beautiful. I think that'll work for the vlog. I think that works for the world. But I want you to tell me if you disagree with me, and just be respectful to one another. We want this to work. Thank you so much. God bless you all.